kickve pitiye jayda jalilade rase Champions League ek had gas mein hanguman kickve java naramenne Bhagi dulanne bhidi dasate goal ek gannai sit sarasenne samarok wenne sabdeta denne We are one game one heart One game one heart Champions League this is where we start together we dream together we fight we are the champions
The call is clear, the Champions League is finally
One game, one heart, Champions League this is where we start together we dream, together we fight we are the champions
One dream that we defend Marangal kikkagome Kalathil urudiyai minnavum naame Now me Champions League varave Unarvadakke tarume
Cheer ekai kammak denne Kollo set ekama ek wenne Goal ekata kick එක denne Champions League me aramenne One game one heart Champions League satanai aramenne hibi denne jaya ganne එක සීනට අපි යන්නේ One game one heart Champions League where dreams take part raise your flags feel the art football one game one heart hey oh one dream one star hey oh one game one heart Champions League forever we play the spirit of football leads away
Sri Lanka Football Champions League, powered by TVs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, who's joining us today live, and we are bringing some more action today from the Kelaniya Football Complex. This is the fifth round of the match week of the relegation round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League, and today we've got a very exciting contest between SLTB SC versus Crystal Palace FC, bringing to you from the Kelaniya Football Complex. This is a very important match for both teams. Looking at the table, Crystal Palace is currently in the second position, and SLTB have not yet got a win under their belt. So they will be really looking forward to for today's game to make amends for all that stuff. And Crystal Palace are second place, and they are only 1 point behind the first place, which is Super Sun SC. And a win today can take them to the top of the table, at least for the time being. So it's very important match for both teams. Both teams will be looking forward to get that much needed win under their belt for their teams. And as you can see, the two captains are right now taking the having the toss, and the match officials for today, the main referee Heshan De Silva, assistant referees Dinesh Pitigala and Kaushalya Buddhika, and the fourth official is TL Williams. These are the results of the previous matches of the fourth week. So today, right now, we are focusing on the first match of the fifth week, which is SLTB SC versus Crystal Palace SC. As I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, both teams will be really looking forward to this match to get that much needed win under their belts. SLTB have not yet gotten a win, so they will really look forward to make amends for those previous round for those previous encounters. And Crystal Palace are second place, just 1 point behind Super Sun, and they will be looking forward to get the win so they can get to the top of the table at least until Super Sun's match takes place tomorrow. The weather forecast, as you can see, is a 33 degrees Celsius here at Kelaniya Football Complex. There is bright sunshine falling to right across and right to the pitch, and there is a little wind that's going across the pitch as well. I would say these are good conditions. Can be a little tiring as the game goes on with the humidity out there, but I think these are great conditions for play. And here we go. Crystal Palace will start the proceedings from shooting from the right to the left. As we've seen in previous encounters, Crystal Palace FC is a team that plays with good control. Uh, they've just lost possession, and it's SLTB right now with possession in the midfield. Both team uh, both teams will be trying to get a foothold into this in this game to begin with some possession. Inam with possession right now, passing backwards as there was no route forward for Crystal Palace there. Godwin Amsau was trying to find that right winger with a long pass, but the ball trickles out to touch. Both teams are fighting really hard in the middle of the pitch, trying to maintain possession right now. Right now, Crystal Palace seems to be coming away with possession, with the most amount of possession right now. It's a good positions for Crystal Palace to exert some pressure on SLTB. Long ball, trying to find that forward runner there, but the goalkeeper does well coming out of his line and intercepting that. And the resulting play ends up giving possession back to SLTB with a free kick. Taken quickly but not able to keep it under control. Well intercepted there by the defense of SLTB. And this is a good run in behind on this right hand side. We'll be trying to get a cross in. Not much damage done there. That was a great run there on the right hand side by SLTB. So they are looking to attack, which is good signs, which are good signs for them, because they really need to try and get ahead in this game as soon as possible. This good work maneuvering in the middle of the pitch. Muad was trying to look for the through ball there, but ends up giving possession back to Crystal Palace. Inam on this left hand side. This is good work by Crystal Palace FC, I should say. They are really trying to build something on here. Long shot taken. No harm done in that occasion. But the build up there was actually really nice by Crystal Palace, taking their time on the ball, trying to find that free man, trying a couple of short passes back and forth. Good control there by Muhad for SLTB. Some fancy footwork there from Muad. So ball forward there for SLTB, but the attacker was caught offside by the backline of Crystal Palace FC. This is Godwin Amsaw with the ball right now, passing to Ajit Kumar. Crystal Palace very much focused on maintaining possession. Very patient in their build-up. Godwin Amsaw trying to pull the strings in this midfield for Crystal Palace. And here comes from the right hand side, the cross comes in. Just not able to find the target there, but still the ball is with Crystal Palace. It's great physicality there by Udeshanta. It's another long pass trying to find that attacking player, but he just couldn't time his run there. Deemed offside by the assistant referee. Taking their time on the ball right now, Crystal Palace. It's Gordon Amsao looking for that long pass, but missing the target there. But Crystal Palace still does come away with the ball. Taken control by SLTB for the time being. Good physicality in the midfield there. Brushing his opponent off the ball. This again looking for that long pass. But again, this time Crystal Palace being caught offside. You can clearly see what both these teams are planning to do. I think both teams are trying to maintain some control in the middle of the pitch with some possession, and then try to find that long pass towards the forward who's willing to make that run behind the defense. As a cross comes in towards the box, it's great control there, but the defense just does enough to put Isakaba off there. Safely back to the goalkeeper who clears his lines. Situation well dealt with by the Crystal Palace defense there. A little bit of a nervy moment there, but was able to get out of it without any scars. Marcin Bandara thought he kept the ball in, but the referee says, the assistant referee rather says, the ball has gone out of play, so SLTB comes out with possession. Small foul there committed by Marcin Bandara, gives a free kick to SLTB. SLTB with possession right now. Moving forward from the left hand side, but wasteful delivery there. The ball goes right to the arms of the goalkeeper Riflan from Crystal Palace, who launches the ball. A throw in from the goalkeeper rather nicely there. There's a nice pass there, looking for the winger. Is an opportunity here, but the goalkeeper does really well coming off his line. Sudesh Suranga was able to intercept right before he was able to take a shot. As you can see in this replay here, just does ever so slightly better than the attacker there, getting to the ball just before the attacker did. But it was a very nice idea there. I think it was Gordon Amsao with the pass over the defensive line, trying to looking for that attacker. That seems to be the plan right now for both teams. We've seen both teams trying to do that same strategy. Crystal Palace seems to be more patient with their uh, position right now in the midfield areas. Another long ball. It's great defensive work there on the left hand side, conceding a corner, but dealing with the danger for the time being at least. We'll be looking to get a good corner in here. Oh, it's a great header there, but not on target. That was a great header by, I believe it was Michael Akwaye. Just not able to keep that on target. He was able to get free from his defensive from the defender who was keeping him company there, and got a great header, great strong header in, but just not able to keep that on target. But here comes again. That's a great work. Great work there by the goalkeeper Sudesh Suranga. And a yellow card for rather silly collision there. Here we go again. Yes. That could have ended up in a very with causing some danger to Sudesh Suranga. Hence the referee rightfully so brandishes the yellow card. An early yellow card for the Crystal Palace team here. This SLTB. This Crystal Palace on the right hand side. As you can see, confirmation of that yellow card received by Mohammad Ilsham. Referee not happy with the current proceedings, bringing play to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining in, we've just crossed the 15-minute mark of this game. This is SLTB SC versus Crystal Palace FC, the fifth week matches coming to you of the Sri Lanka Football's Champions League relegation round. This Crystal Palace right now in a great position here. A shot on goal there, but just trickling wide. It was Isaac Abba who took the effort on. Not able to find the target. Let's take a look at that again. A left-footed strike there, off target. Isaac Abba has got himself into a couple of really good positions in this opening 15 minutes. Neither team has still opened the scoring. They're still 0-0. Again, there's a really good position for Crystal Palace. The shot comes in and it goes To the back of the net. What a shot! By a left-footed shot there by Crystal Palace, catching the goalkeeper out. Let's take a look at this. Is Mahasen Bandara. Great effort. I believe it is his weak foot as well. It was a great effort by Mahasen Bandara, catching the goalkeeper out and finding the top right corner. Just as I said that no, the team has opened the scoring. Mahasen Bandara does the scoring and gives a lead, a much deserved lead, I would say, for Crystal Palace FC, who has been knocking on the door for the last couple of minutes. SLTB trying to launch an attack, but a wayward pass rather. This Crystal Palace. There's another great pass here. Hilsham passing towards Mahasen Bandara, who will got the cross in, but not anyone at the end of that. Ball goes out for a goal kick. That's great defensive work by Michael Akwai, the big central defender, doing the cleaning up there for Crystal Palace. This is SLTB with possession right now, trying to get a foothold in this game. Just finding himself offside there. I think throughout this previous match fix also, I think something we've noticed is how well oiled this back line of Crystal Palace FC is. They've always been in the same wavelength, I would say, where they've maintained a good positive defensive line. There's a nice couple of passes in the midfield for Crystal Palace. Denu De Silva on the right hand side will try to get the cross in. The cross comes in. It's a great header, but straight to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper was just able to find himself in a great position to make that save, but really should have done better with that header there. This is a replay. It was a great cross. Isaac Abba again at the end of that. Just couldn't find a few inches either side of the goalie would have resulted in the second goal for Crystal Palace there. A little bit of a wobbly ball gives possession back to SLTB there, but as soon as something we've observed is as soon as SLTB gets possession, Crystal Palace double their efforts to get possession back, and so far they are reaping the benefits of that. There's another good attack building for Crystal Palace here. The shot comes in from Inam there, but just over the crossbar. Let's take a look at that again. There's good work there between. I believe it was Inam with the shot. Yes, it was Inam with the shot, but not able to find the target. Not a great clearance there by SLTB. There's another shot on target. A great save there by Sudesh Suranga, the goalkeeper. I beg your pardon, the goalkeeper, Chaturanga. A little bit of an injury concern here for SLTB. This is a replay of the wonderful goal scored by Masen Bandara. This look at the points table after the fourth round. As I said, Super Sun is the team in front right now, and Crystal Palace right behind, just 1 point behind. So win today for Crystal Palace will take them to the top of the table until Super Sun plays tomorrow. That is exactly what Crystal Palace will be looking to do today as well. Try to get a win under their belt. It will really put some pressure on Super Sun, who will be playing their match tomorrow versus Nigambu Youth. As we are headed, as we have headed into a small refreshing break, ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining in right now, you are witnessing live the match between SLTB SC and Crystal Palace FC. Bringing to you live from the Calonia Football Complex. Crystal Palace was able to take the lead through a great left-footed strike by Mahasen Bandara. Crystal Palace FC are the team who have really tested the opposite goal rather. Chaturanga had come up with a couple of good saves as well to keep Crystal Palace at bay, but it was a really wonderful strike by Mahasen Bandara. Not Can't really say a lot to the goalkeeper as well. It was a really beautifully struck effort on target there, which gave the Crystal Palace the opening. So far, Crystal Palace have looked very tidy on the ball, maintaining possession, very patient on their build-up as well. Haven't committed many errors to say so. This Godwin Amsau looking for that runner again. As a good clearance there by the SLTB defense. Much needed clearance there. Godwin Amsau has strung up a few passes like that, like what we saw earlier, a few over the top of the defense, trying to find the. It's a little bit of a loose possession there by SLTB, but the goalkeeper comes in and clears his lines there. Rather wayward back pass there, almost finding the Crystal Palace attacker. It's great work in the midfield by Crystal Palace. Just not able to make much out of that passage of play for Crystal Palace, but here comes SLTB getting a move on really quick. Unfortunately, just finds himself offside there. It has been the norm for SLTB in this opening 28 minutes. A couple of good passes trying to find that runner who's willing to run behind the defense, but just not able to time their runs. And a bit of credit should go to Crystal Palace FC as well, who have maintained that positive and a good defensive line as well. All the defenders really in the same wavelength and making sure that that defensive line is maintained. Is Michael with the resulting free kick. Another offside flag there. That time it was against Inam. This is SLTB again. Captain Shemak thought he did enough, but the ball had just crossed the line into touch. Here's SLTB with a opportunity to maybe create something out of this position. Tensions growing between the two teams as the competition level rises of this game. A free kick for Crystal Palace to be taken by Ajit Kumar. As you can see, Crystal Palace very calm on the ball. Shemak with the headed clearance there. I believe something SLTB should maybe try and do is maybe increase the intensity of their press a little. But as I said, here comes Crystal Palace again. Another offside call there against Inam. But as I was saying, I think SLTB can try and increase the intensity of their press, because right now in the midfield battle is quite convincingly won by Crystal Palace FC. So if they can maybe increase that intensity there and maybe force Crystal Palace into committing a couple of mistakes in the midfield, can give some good openings for SLTB. Something they are really looking forward to at this point. This is Inam on the left hand side, looking for Isaac, but the goalkeeper does well coming off his line. Inam and Godwin exchanging passes in the midfield, keeping possession for themselves there. Not afraid to go back to the goalkeeper, who will clear his lines. That's the sort of intensity that I was actually mentioning as well. Seeing a little bit of that by SLTB, who's trying to press this midfield and defensive line. But here comes Crystal Palace with the ball. A loose touch there. Gives possession back to SLTB. This good, very good pressure put on by Crystal Palace. Gives possession to Inam here. And in the middle of the pitch, this is Isaac with a shot. And a great save by Chaturanga. Needed to be saved there. It was a good shot by Isaac. All of that was created by the pressing intensity by the Crystal Palace front line. That's how they were able to create that opportunity there. Nevertheless, it's still a corner kick for Crystal Palace. Corner kick coming in from this right hand side now. Michael again was able to get at the end of that, but just not able to direct his header towards the target. But I think we are witnessing that aerial prowess of Michael. We've seen that in the defensive end, and now we are seeing in the offensive end as well. Not a great pass by Inam at that point. This is SLTB. Let's see if they can bring the forwards into play this possession. It's a good pass here on this right hand side. Just not able to get the shot off. But nevertheless, they still have possession here. Muad gets the crossing but intercepted by Michael there. SLTB will rotate again. Crystal Palace finds a way out of that situation there. Crystal Palace just trying to find Isaac there, but the pass was way too strong there for Isaac to chase down. Collected by Chaturanga. Chaturanga taking his time on the ball. Cleared for the time being by Michael. This is SLTB with the ball right now. Going back to the goalkeeper. As you can see, Crystal Palace looking to press on here. And as a result of that, they were able to secure possession for the time being. But this is good work on the right hand side by SLTB. Mohammad Wazir with the ball there. Couple of step overs to elude the Crystal Palace player there. Mahasen Bandar with the defensive work there. A quick throw in. Intercepted by Shemak. SLTB looking to create some pressure. The throw in on the right hand side for SLTB. Looking for the long ball towards as a shot from Wazir, but rather wavered. A very impulsive shot there by Wazir, but just completely wavered there off target. Goal kick to be retaken. As we are crossing the 38-minute mark in this game, Crystal Palace took the lead by a brilliant strike by Mahasen Bandara. SLTB starting to really insert themselves into the game, and here comes SLTB on the right hand side. This Wazir, but Shemak does very well defensively, but that was great work by Wazir to bring back possession. Rather wasteful there. And here comes on the right hand side. This is Hilsham on the right hand side. Oh, and it's a penalty for Crystal Palace. Deemed a handball by John Kennedy there. It's a penalty for Crystal Palace. What a chance for Crystal Palace right now to get a real good lead in this game as we are heading towards the halfway mark of this game. It's a handball committed by John Kennedy there in the penalty box, giving Isaac seems to be the Crystal Palace player with the duties of taking this penalty. Is very well slotted in by Isaac there, and this gives a very commanding lead for Crystal Palace here. 2-0 lead. This is how, yes, the right decision there. The arm was stretched out away from the body, and the resulting penalty was very well converted by Isaac. Let's take a look at the replay of that penalty again. Sending the keeper the wrong way and slotting it rather comfortably at the back, in the back of the goal, back of the net there. SLTB, if they can get one back before the halfway mark. That's great work there by Riflan, the goalkeeper, coming off his line. Intercepted in the midfield by SLTB. Looking for the winger on the left hand side, but not able to do so. Final 3 minutes plus additional time in this first half remaining. Crystal Palace has taken a 2-0 lead in this game here. A very controlled performance by Crystal Palace so far. Fighting for possession here. SLTB comes out with it but surrenders it straight away to Crystal Palace. Again, a loose touch there. Couple of loose touches there in the forward line. As soon as they've got themselves into good positions, they've had some loose touches there, which has not helped the course of the SLTB today so far. Got to tighten up those situations and create some chances for themselves to get back in this game. Need a little bit of intensity from SLTB right now to create some pressure. So, Crystal Palace rather have done a clean job so far in this game. Maintaining possession in this midfield area, coming out of it right now. It's good work. There's room on this left hand side for John. Not able to get the cross in there. That's great defensive work again by Crystal Palace, but it's good intensity at that point by SLTB as well. That's more of what they should be doing right now. As we head towards the end of this first half, Crystal Palace have taken the lead, a 2-0 lead. Goals by Mahasen Bandara, beautiful left-footed strike there, and a penalty converted by Isaac Abba as well. That has given Crystal Palace the 2-0 lead. SLTB also created a couple of good chances, but just not able to find that final bit of quality play to bury those chances. But I think there have been patches where SLTB has created good intensity. As you can see, 2 minutes added on to this first half. It's Crystal Palace again. It's a great position again on this right hand side. A cross comes in, but offside there. Nevertheless, was not able to bury the chance. Isaac, that was. But either way, the referees, the assistant referee's flag was up. I believe it was Ilsham who was rather caught offside at that point. As I said before, SLTB did show good intensity in patches. I think that's what they should be doing more in this second half for them to get back into this game. Let's see whether SLTB can finish the first half on a high. Surrenders position there, and this is Ilsham again running on the right hand side. Cross coming in over everyone there. Inam trying to chase it down, does it successfully. Another cross there. This is Isaac with the shot there, but not able to find the target. That was good interchange play between Mahasen Bandara and Isaac, which set up the chance there. The referee brings the first half to an end here at Kalania Football Complex. This is a match between SLTB SC and Crystal Palace FC. Crystal Palace have taken a 2-0 lead as we are heading towards the dressing rooms at the end of the first half. This is a scoreline as we are heading to the first half of this match between SLTB and Crystal Palace. Let's take a look at the highlights of this first half of this game. Early cross there. Isaac did have a couple of really good opportunities. Chaturanga also did well coming off his line, couple of occasions to intercept. That was their yellow card for Ilsham. This is also another strike by Isaac, and this was the wonderful goal scored by Marcin Bandara. What a strike that was. This was another really great opportunity, a pinpoint header there. Not able to convert. In-arm strike going over the bar, and this was the penalty that was given to Crystal Palace, and Isaac was able to slot that in comfortably, sending the goalie the wrong way. And as we are heading towards the end of the first half, SLTB and Crystal Palace has taken a 2-0 lead. We are coming live from the Kalania Football Complex. This is the fifth week of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League relegation round. Do join us for the second half. We have much more action coming for you in after this break.
Kikve pitiye jayda jalil de rase Champions League ek had gas mein hanguman kikve javaye naramenne bhagi dulanne bhidi daste goal ek gannai sit sarasenne samarok venne sabdeta denne. We are one game, one heart. One game, one heart. Champions League, this is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions.
dream that we defend. மரங்கள் கிக்காகவே களத்தில் உறுதியாய் மின்னவும் நாமே. நாமே Champions League வரவே உணர்வதற்கே தருமே.
Cheer එකයි කැම්මක් දෙන්නේ කොල්ලෝ සෙට් එකම එක් වෙන්නේ ගෝල් එකට කික් එක දෙන්නේ Champions League මේ ඇරෙන්නේ. One game, one heart, Champions League සටනයි ඇරෙන්නේ පිපි දෙන්නේ ජය ගන්නේ එක සීනට අපි යන්නේ. One game, one heart, Champions League where dreams take part. Raise your flags, feel the art. Football, one game, one heart. Hey oh, one dream, one star. Hey oh, one game, one heart. Champions League, forever we play. The spirit of football leads the way.
Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Powered by TV Supreme. හදවත් කික්වේ පිටියේ ජයදා ජලලදේ රැහසේ Champions League එක හද ගැස්මේ හැඟුමන් කික්වේ ජවයෙන් නැරමෙන්නේ පාදි දුලන්නේ විහිදී දසතේ ගෝල් එක ගන්නයි සිත් සැරසෙන්නේ සැමරොක් වෙන්නේ සද්දෙට දෙන්නේ. We are one game, one heart. One game, one heart, Champions League. This is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. Under the light.
Football பொது மொழியே இரங்கள் மதங்கள் கடந்திடுமே ஒன்றாய் இணைந்து பயணித்தொன்றாய் எல்லைகள் தாண்டிடுவோம். The lights are shining, the crowd will roll. This is the moment we waited for. The passion's rising, the call is clear. The Champions League is finally
One game, one heart, Champions League. This is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. Under the light.
we play for love, pride and fame. For every child who dreams again. No borders here, no fear, no end. Just one dream that we defend. மரங்கள் கிக்காகவே களத்தில் உறுதியாய் மின்னவும் நாமே. நாமே Champions League வரவே உணர்வதற்கே தருமே.
Cheer එකයි කැම්මක් දෙන්නේ කොල්ලෝ සෙට් එකම එක් වෙන්නේ ගෝල් එකට කික් එක දෙන්නේ Champions League මේ ඇරෙන්නේ. One game, one heart, Champions League සටනයි ඇරෙන්නේ පිපි දෙන්නේ ජය ගන්නේ එක සීනට අපි යන්නේ. One game, one heart, Champions League where dreams take part. Raise your flags, feel the art. Football, one game, one heart. Hey oh, one dream, one star. Hey oh, one game, one heart. Champions League, forever we play. The spirit of football
Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Powered by TV Supreme.
හදවත් කික්වේ පිටියේ ජයදජලලදේ රෑහසේ Champions League එක හද ගැස්මේ හැඟුමන් කික්වේ ජවයෙන් නැරමෙන්නේ පාගි දුලන්නේ විහිදී දසතේ ගෝල් එක ගන්නයි සිත් සැරසෙන්නේ සැමරොක් වෙන්නේ සබ්දෙට දෙන්නේ We are one game One heart One game, one heart Champions League This is where we start Together we dream, together we fight We are the champions
The call is clear, the Champions League is finally
One game, one heart, Champions League This is where we start Together we dream, together we fight We are the champions
one dream that we defend மரங்கள் கிக்காகவே களத்தில் உறுதியாய் மின்னவும் நாமே சாம்பியன்ஸ் லீக் வரவே உணர்வதற்கே தருமே
සිය එකයි කැම්මක් දෙන්නේ කොල්ලො සෙට් එකම එක් වෙන්නේ ගෝල් එකට කික් එක දෙන්නේ Champions League මේ ඇරමෙන්නේ Champions League සටනයි ඇරමෙන්නේ පිපි දෙන්නේ ජයගන්නේ එක සීනට අපි යන්නේ One game, one heart Champions League where dreams take part Raise your flags, feel the art Football, one game, one heart Hey oh, one dream, one star Hey oh, one game, one heart Champions League, forever we play The spirit of football
Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Powered by TV Supreme.
කික්වේ පිටියේ ජයදජලලදේ රෑහසේ Champions League එක හද ගැස්මේ හැඟුමන් කික්වේ ජවයෙන් නැරමෙන්නේ ආදි දුලන්නේ විහිදී දසතේ ගෝල් එක ගන්නයි සිත් සැරසෙන්නේ සැම රොක් වෙන්නේ සද්දෙට දෙන්නේ We are one game one heart One game, one heart, Champions League. This is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining in, you're joining in for the second half action of this I beg your pardon, contest between SLTB SC and Crystal Palace FC. We have a couple of substitutions for both teams. For Crystal Palace, Ajit Kumar comes out, and Oscar is the replacement for the Crystal Palace FC, and there is a substitution for SLTB as well, I presume. Yes, I believe it's Mohammed Izian who has made way for Mohammed Inshaf for SLTB. Crystal Palace, a rather dominant first half performance. They are taking a 2-0 lead as they entered into the second half. SLTB will start the proceedings for the second half. I think SLTB will look to increase their intensity and put some pressure put some pressure on the Crystal Palace defense. I think something we observed during that first half was the control Crystal Palace had in the midfield areas, and I think that's something SLTB would have talked about during this break, and they'll try to break the rhythm there. There's a cross coming in, early cross here. The goalkeeper did not really do a great job to begin with, but was able to get a hold of the ball there. There was a Chaturanga. SLTB trying to get in the front foot here. It's a bright idea, but the pass was just not on target. Crystal Palace with the ball right now. Looking for that through ball there. Unfortunately, no one was really making the run for it. This is SLTB. Couple of progressive passes there for SLTB. Long ball looking for the runner there, who does well to track that down and keep it in play. Muad with the cross in. It's good work there by Riflan to intercept that cross, even though he didn't cleanly catch the ball there. Uday Shanta looking for the pass. What a beautiful pass that was, but just not able to finish the opportunity created. That was a wonderful opportunity there for SLTB to get themselves off the mark. Rather tame shot at the end, straight at the goalkeeper. Here comes SLTB again. Progressing on this left hand side is John Kennedy, able to keep it in. Getting the cross in as well, but interception by Godwin Amsau. SLTB Here comes Oscar on this right hand side with a golden opportunity, but the touch was really let him down there, and Chaturanga was able to come off his line and get the much needed clearance there. Both teams are coming off this break, creating chances for themselves, coming on, trying to assert their dominance in this game, in the second half mostly. It's another good opportunity there, another almost great pass, I would say. Just not able to find Oscar at the end of that. Nice step over there by the Crystal Palace attacker. Michael intercepting that ball from the SLTB midfield. Nice calm work there. Calm defensively as well, SLTV right now. Long ball. Way too off the mark for anyone to be chasing that down. Easy pickings for Riflan there. It's good work there on the left hand side by Inshaf, putting some pressure there. Again, Inshaf with great work there to win the ball back. There's a long shot there, but very well off the mark. Muhad trying his luck from range. It's a good position for Crystal Palace to put some pressure on SLTB again. Good defensive clearance there. It's Crystal Palace patiently building up their next attack here. There's a good position here for Crystal Palace. Goalkeeper does really well coming off his line. Oscar, it was who got in behind other defense. Chaturanga not afraid to come off his lines and meet him. It's a long ball. Chased down by Isaac. Getting the low cross in. Very well blocked there. Shamil with the shot. Isaac again with position on this right hand side. A cross comes in again and cleared there by the defense of SLTB. Calmly done there. That wasn't great work there. Committing that foul was Michael. It's a rather professional foul there by Michael. If he had not committed the foul there, I believe SLTB would have been in on goal. Had to take one for the team there. Heavy collision there for Muhad, who did great work to keep that ball in play. Let's take a look at that replay again. Yes, absolutely. Michael really had to take one for the team there because it was clear room there for Muhad. If he was able to get in behind Michael, the resulting free kick was not the greatest, to be honest. And here comes Crystal Palace again, but safely in position with SLTB right now. Nice work there by Shamil, winning the free kick for his team there. Shemak, I beg your pardon. That's a really good pass there by Shemak. But yes, the assistant referee deeming that to be offside. Free kick taken quickly by SLTB. It wasn't a great pass there by Inshaf, finding no one rather. Clearance coming from the goalkeeper Riflan. It's Isaac. There's a good pass there, but just finding themselves offside. That's good pressing intensity there. Winning the ball high up on the pitch. This is SLTB. Inshaf with the ball right now. Getting the cross in. Low cross there. No harm done. Rather wasted opportunity there. SLTB seem to have had a really good chat in that break and seem to have changed a couple of things around, and their attack seems to be a little more intense right now. But here comes Crystal Palace again. No luck with the offside calls so far in the second half. Sanjay on this left hand side again. Backline of SLTB clearly not happy with the proceedings right now. I believe SLTB should try and stretch the playing area a little more. They are a little too compact, I believe, right now. Again, becoming a little impatient right now, SLTB, because they have found themselves in a couple of good positions to put some pressure in on Crystal Palace, but just not having that patience to wait until they can find the correct moment to pick the right pass. Foul committed by Mas and Bandar there. It's good work there by Godwin Amsau in the midfield. Isaac trying to lay it off to the attacker who was running in just behind him, but not getting his touch, not sorting his touch properly rather. This is Inshaf on the left hand side. This is still well within reach for SLTB, who has definitely has the potential to create some decent chances for themselves, but needing a little more patient in their build up. It's good work defensively. Foul not going their way. SLTB with their protests. Nevertheless, position is back with SLTB. It's good work on the right hand side. Can he get the cross in? A little bit of a coming together, not resulting in anything rather there. Safely with Crystal Palace again. Most of the attacks have been building on this left hand side, but I believe right hand side is also something they can try and pursue. That's for SLTB. Again, this time Mas and Bandar are not timing his run there. That's a good pass there, but again, the offside flag is raised. The story has been it's a common theme that we have seen throughout the day for both teams. Just not able to time that run. Couple of the times, Crystal Palace were able to time that run. They have got rewards out of it. Again running in behind, and the offside flag is up again. Kennedy with the ball right now, not finding his pass, but does well to win back possession for SLTB. There's a good couple of passes there. Sanjeev finding Inshaf on the left hand side. Let's see what they can create out of this opportunity. Nothing much rather there, but Kennedy gets possession back and gives it away rather to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace with room to run, but not great work there. Both teams with a few loose passes in the middle of the pitch. Let's take a look at that. A little tug in the shirt and little bit of a push there as well out of frustration. But both players just getting along with the game. We have crossed the hour mark in this game between SLTB and Crystal Palace. At the end of the first half, Crystal Palace took a 2-0 lead. The second half has been very eventful, but neither team has really done any scoring in the second half. It was great work by Isaac there, but the defense stepping in. SLTB trying to build another attack. There is room on this left hand side, but another loose pass. Kennedy does well to win possession back for SLTV. Good interception there by Denuan De Silva on the right hand side. A little bit of a crowd coming in as well, supporting these teams and witnessing some great action between the two teams, SLTB and Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace very patient in the middle of the pitch. That's a really nice pass there, rounding the goalkeeper, and my goodness, 9 out of 10 times he would have buried that. Mahasen Bandar, after a wonderful strike in the first half, rounded up the goalkeeper with an open goal here. Skewed off his shin rather there. If that would have meant curtains if for SLTB, if Mahasen Bandar was able to bury that, but just not able to do so. There's a lucky break for SLTB. These are the kind of lucky breaks SLTB should try and make the most out of. And here comes SLTB straight away. That's good work by Riflan there. But positive for SLTB. So what they should be trying to do more. Here's Muad for SLTB. Inshaf on this left hand side has been very threatening. That time not able to get a decent cross in. Muad gets the cross in. Very ambitious effort there. Nowhere near the goal, unfortunately. Trying from very far out. A little bit of patience for SLTB can go a long way here. With another 22 minutes and stoppage time left, SLTB should try and find their goal as soon as possible. It's good work on the right hand side again. Winning a corner there for SLTB. Let's see whether SLTB can make use of it. They've got some good numbers in the middle of the box. Let's see whether they can find a good corner crossing. That was a rather tame end to that promising attack that was developing for SLTB. Crystal Palace winning the ball in the midfield. Is Isaac on the right hand side with space to run, cutting in. Here comes Oscar, but again the offside flag is up. Promising attack building for SLTB here. They should take some time on the ball. Get some numbers in behind as well. He's on the right hand side. Let's see if they can get the cross in. Hits the defender and out goes it for another corner kick on the right hand side. Ratnayaka to take the corner kick. Let's see if we can get a decent ball in. Defensive header there, clearing the lines. Cleaning up for Crystal Palace. Godwin has put a very good shift in the midfield for Crystal Palace. Being that controlling man, has really well controlled this game for the Crystal Palace, putting the strings in the midfield. Close down there, but no harm done for SLTB. This is SLTB with possession in the middle. Couple of good passes here and gets Wazir with the effort there, but not really causing any issues for the Crystal Palace team. Compared to the first half, I think second half SLTB has upped their intensity, but just the quality is lacking in that final third to really create a decent enough opportunity for themselves. Nevertheless, they will keep trying. They've got some time to create some chaos. Crystal Palace right now with possession. Marcin Bandara putting in a lot of hard work there. There's another substitution coming in for SLTB. Number 20 Jagat Rohana comes in, and out goes Lakshant Dinner. An attacking minded substitution there. The forward Jagat Rohana comes in. Crystal Palace readying some subs themselves as well. This Crystal Palace again. It's another good opportunity for building for Crystal Palace, but the offside flag has been a mainstay in this second half for both teams. Another foul committed by Michael there. Walking a tightrope right now with a yellow card already in his pocket. A little bit of a shove there. Should be careful there, Michael. Right now, the last thing Crystal Palace might want is a red card for their central defender. That time it's a good clearance by Michael. It's a good opportunity for Oscar building, and he plays this to Michael, but the shot was over the bar. Not able to find this target there. It was good work by Muad, but the pass was just not there. Easily intercepted by Crystal Palace. SLTB moving, trying to progress the play in this midfield. Long shot blocked there. Pastors to the right hand outside, right hand corner. It's good play there. Cross comes in, but rather tame. Loose cross, easily cleared away by Michael. 3 substitutions for Crystal Palace. Shamil comes out, and in goes Hafiz as a first substitution. Second substitution, Brian Virapuli comes in for Isaac Aba. And the third substitution is Dushantan comes in for Inam. Crystal Palace really rotating the pack right now, given the comfortable 2-0 lead they have. It's a good opportunity again. Shouts for penalty there, but the referee waving it off. Continuing play. Little bit of coming together between Masen Bandara and Dumindu Hettiarachchi there in the middle of the field. Free kick taken short. Not made any use out of that. That's a good ball in. There are numbers for Crystal Palace. Shot comes in from Brian Virapulli, but a good save by Chaturanga. But that was pretty much straightforward save for Chaturanga there. It was straight at him. Another chance. It's a great cross and it's a great goal. Wonderfully put away by the Crystal Palace player, that is Askar. I believe it was Ilsham who weaved through a couple of defenders there and got himself open. As you can see, just weaving past the defense and setting up Askar, who just cannot miss from there. That was a very well created goal. Askar not doing any mistakes whatsoever there, putting the ball in the back of the net, increasing the lead. 2-3-0. Just 10 minutes left in this game. Anything can happen in this game of football. So let's see if SLTB can get one back. Maybe they can create some chaos in the lines of in the ranks of Crystal Palace. But long way away, given what we witnessed so far. Crystal Palace has taken a very healthy lead. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining in now, we are past 81 minutes at Calonia Football Complex. This is a match between SLTB SC and Crystal Palace FC. Crystal Palace took a 2-0 lead going into the halftime, and minutes before we saw Askar scoring the third goal for Crystal Palace, increasing their lead to a 3-0 lead. SLTB has a free kick in a dangerous position right now. If they can make something out of this, they might still have some time to conjure something up and create some chaos within the ranks of Crystal Palace. Free kick comes in. Goalkeeper thought he was he was inside the penalty box when he punched that ball away, but the referee deems that the ball had passed the penalty box there when Riflan reached out and punched it away. Let's take a replay of that again. Yes, yeah. Results a free kick for SLTB and a yellow card for Riflan. This is a really good opportunity for Crystal Palace to get something on board. Tensions flying in. A nicely dinked ball in here is what is necessary for SLTB, and if someone can get at the end of that. Great ball, but rather wayward shot there. Crystal Palace trying to break and launch a counter attack there. Numbers for Crystal Palace. Brian Virapulli finding a Oscar, and it's a great shot in. A good save there by Chaturanga. Marcin Bandara with possession and passing it to Godwin. The threat is not nullified yet. This is Oscar again. Great work defensively there. Good physicality shown by Dumindu Hettiarachi there. SLTB looking to launch another attack. Muhad right now with possession for SLTB rather. Dropping in deep to get himself on the ball. Udeshant looking for the long pass. Finds his man. Can he get the cross in though? Inshaf. Great work defensively, but still a corner kick for SLTB. SLTB with one final push here. Corner kick comes in. Header not really doing any damage for SLTB. Easily dealt with there, and here comes Brian Virapulli on this right hand side. Brian Virapulli still with the chance. Gets a shot in but blocked there. Cross comes in. But the offside flag is up. Again, possession is won by Crystal Palace. Good work in the midfield there. And this is another opportunity for Crystal Palace to get another shot in. They do, but it's straight towards the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper does a decent job keeping it out, getting some clearance to it as well. SLTB right now. Progressing the ball on this right hand side. Not able to get past the midfield yet. Good work weaving through a couple of defensive lines there. And wins a free kick. Had a great position. I think that was really good work there by Kennedy. Winning the free kick. Had a very promising position as well. Couple of SLTB players in behind this. This may be Jagatron who will be trying to take the free kick here. It's number 20 for SLTB. Angelo Manuel as well, discussing their options. Deshanta joins as well. Jagat leaves it. Let's see who will be taking this free kick for SLTB here. Yes, it's Udeshanta who's going to take this free kick. Doesn't really produce any goods for SLTB there. Way over the crossbar. Not able to get any dip on that. We are in the final minute of this second half. I believe this is done and dusted for Crystal Palace. Job well done. We'll try to keep the clean sheet as well. Let's see if SLTB can get one back. Good work defensively here. Here comes Crystal Palace in numbers again. Squaring the goalkeeper and easily put away there. Cherry on top of the cake for Crystal Palace. Oscar scores his second goal. That would be the sign of a job very well done for Crystal Palace FC today. A clinical performance here. As you see, 2 added minutes for this second half. But this game is very much done and dusted now by Crystal Palace. There were a couple of pressure moments created by SLTB, but they were very well dealt with by the Crystal Palace defensive and the midfield line. Crystal Palace are hungry for more. Still moving forward with a lot of intentions in scoring another goal as well. Everyone wants a bite at the cake. Crystal Palace with a really good opportunity here again. Foul committed there, giving a free kick for Crystal Palace. A very promising position here. Oscar, who has already scored 2 goals, coming in from the bench behind this free kick, will be looking to see if he can get his hat-trick as well. Oscar, that effort is way off target, and that brings the game to an end here at the Calania Football Complex between SLTB and Crystal Palace FC. Crystal Palace has put on a very clinical and commanding performance here, winning by 4 goals to nil. One couple of goals for Oscar in the second half, and a couple of opening half goals for Mahasen Bandar and Isaac Aba. As you can see, the match here, this is the 5th week first match in the relegation round of Sri Lanka Football's Champions League between SLTB SC and Crystal Palace FC, and Crystal Palace has won this match by 4 goals to nil. And for the time being, Crystal Palace will go to the top of the table, but Super Sun is yet to play tomorrow, and we can see who will finish on the top of the table after tomorrow's matches. Do stay tuned with us as we are going to look into the highlights of the second half. Here's the highlights. This booking for Michael Acquire, the central defender of Crystal Palace. A little bit of a coming together there. It was a very feisty beginning, and Marcin Bandara had a glorious chance to score his second goal, but just lost his bearings there. Couple of good opportunities, but they were deemed offside there for Crystal Palace. This was another great opportunity for Isaac there, but just not able to keep his shot on target. His great work by Ilsham to create a great opportunity, easily put away by Askar. That was the third goal. A little bit of a clumsy work there by Riflan, but not punished for. Askar with another shot on target. Good save there by Chaturanga there. There's a free kick opportunity not taken by SLTB, and this was that final and fourth goal scored by Askar, giving Crystal Palace that 4-0 win, and that was the last bit of action from this game, bringing this game to an end. Crystal Palace FC winning 4-0 against SLTB. Do stay tuned with us as we are moving in towards some interviews as well with the two teams. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just witnessed, we've just come to the end of this match between SLTB SC and Crystal Palace FC. Crystal Palace secured a comfortable 4-0 lead, 4-0 win rather of this match. And I've got here with me Mahasen Bandara, the man of the match. Mahasen, I think that was a very clinical performance from the whole team today.
Yeah, they were a really tough matchup, but we had our plan, we had our game plan. Coaches told us very well, and we stuck to it, so we were able to come out with the win too.
Absolutely. Can you take me through that wonderful goal you scored? That was a really wonderful strike. I think one of the best strikes we've seen in this relegation round.
Yeah, thank you. I just got the ball from our right back, I think, and I just turned, it was like almost instinctive. So I took the shot and it went in.
Absolutely, I think that was a great way to get things going for Crystal Palace today. So, what about the next up? What about the plans for the next few days and weeks?
I think the relegation matches are over, right? So I think it will be the next season, right? So we'll be having an off season and then we'll start our season pre-season really early, and we'll be prepared for the next season even better, better equipped, and we'll have some additions for squad as well. And yeah, that's the plan.
Absolutely, and congratulations again on a wonderful performance. And you are heading the table right now, so hopefully we can see what will happen tomorrow after the tomorrow's round of matches. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
රයිට් අපිත් සමග එකතු වෙලා ඉන්න මේ අවස්ථාවේදී ක්‍රිස්ටල් පැලස් කණ්ඩායමේ පුහුණුකරු පද්මසිරි මහත්මයා අද මං හිතන්නේ ඇත්තරම ක්ලිනිකල් පර්ෆෝමන්ස් එකක් ඕල් රවුන්ඩ් මුළු ටීම් එකම එකතු වෙලා සෑහෙන හොඳ පර්ෆෝමන්ස් එකක් දැම්මා. අද ටීම් එකේ පර්ෆෝමන්ස් එක ගැන ඔබට මොකද හිතෙන්නේ?
ඇතන ගොඩක් සතුටුයි අවසාන තරගයේ CTB කණ්ඩායම කියන්නේ අවසානයේ හිටියත් හොඳ තරගයක් ලබා දුණු කණ්ඩායමක්. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඔවුන්ගේ ආක්‍රමණශීලී රටාවට සහ අපි ඒකට වමනා කරන විදිහට ඩිෆෙන්සිව් ලයින් එක හදලා තිබුණා. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා හොඳ තරගයක් දුන්නා. ඇත්තටම කණ්ඩායමේ සියලු දෙනාම එක වගේ සෙල්ලම් කරා. ටීම් එකක් හැටියට ටීම් ගේම් එකක් අද හිටියා. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඒකින්ද මේ ස්කෝර් එක අපිට හම්බුණා කියලා.
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම අපි තරගයේ පුරාවටම දැක්ක දෙයක් තමයි හරි පේෂන්ට් විදියට කණ්ඩායම කියන්නේ ඇටැක් එක බිල් කරද්දී හොඳට පාස් කරලා හොඳට ස්ට්‍රෙච් කරලා ඒක කරා. ඒකට ඒකද අද ගේම් ප්ලෑන් එක වෙලා තිබ්බේ.
ඇත්තටම අද තිබුණේ අපේ පොඩි ටැපින් ගේම් එකක් තමයි තිබුණේ. ඉතින් අපි මේ දීපු ඉන්ස්ට්‍රක්ෂන් එක ඇතුලේ ක්‍රීඩකයෝ ටික ඒ විදිහටම කරා. ඉතින් ඒක මම හිතනවා සාර්ථකව කරා. ඉතින් අපි ඒකින්ද ජයග්‍රහණය කරගන්න හැකියාව ලැබුණා.
ඔව් එතකොට ඊළඟ සීසන් එක ගැන කොහොමද ප්‍රිපරේෂන්ස් තියෙන්නේ? ඒකට කොහොමද ඔයගොල්ලෝ කණ්ඩායමක් වශයෙන් සූදානම් වෙන්න උත්සාහ කරන්නේ?
ඇතරම කියන්න දෙයක් තියෙනවා. මොකද අපි ගම්පල කණ්ඩායම අපිට මේ සැරේ අර දිට්ටා සුලිකුණාටුවත් එක අපි ගොඩාක් පල්ලෙහාට වැටුණා. අපේ ස්පොන්සර්ස්ලා නැති වුණා. අපිට ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරගන්න කාලයක් තිබුණේ නැහැ. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ ගොඩක් අපහසුතාවයන් මැද තමයි අපි මෙතෙන් ආවේ. ඉතින් ලබන අවුරුද්ද අපි හිතනවා අපිට මීට වැඩිය මොකද අපි දැන් මං හිතන්නේ අදට මේ ලීග් එකේ අපි තමයි টොප් එකට ඉන්නේ. මං හිතනවා ඒ තැන අපිට තියෙයි කියලා. ඉතින් ඒකින්ද දිනන ටීම් වල හැමෝම කැමතියි. මං හිතන්නේ උදව් කරයි. අපි ලබන අවුරුද්දේ මීට වැඩිය සුපර් හීට් එකේ ගිහිල්ලා එතන යම් තැනක් ලබා ගැනීම තමයි අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට ඊළඟ සීසන් එකේ අනිවාර්යෙන් ක්‍රිස්ටල් පැලස් කණ්ඩායමෙන් හොඳ තරගයක් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. බොහොම ස්තුතියි අපිත් සමග එකතු වුණාට. සුබ පතනවා ඉදිරි සීසන් එකට. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining in for today's match between SLTB and Crystal Palace. at the end of the match, Crystal Palace came out trumps 4-0 versus SLTB. This is the fifth week of the relegation round of Sri Lanka Football Champions League. We have another couple of matches coming to you tomorrow. One of the matches, Super Sun versus Negombo City, Negombo Youth City. That's going to be live from here, which is Calonia Football Complex, and the other match is between Moragas Mulla and Matara. Mathur City. That's going to be live from Racecourse. So do tune with us and join in for this action. Tomorrow we can see who will be heading to the top of the league in this relegation round. Thank you for joining in, and Amtisura, have a great day.